The ring hits the floor at exactly 8:47 p.m. I hear it before I see it. A small metallic sound, distinct, out of place among the chaos of Trauma Bay 4. It rolls across the tile, catches the fluorescent light, sparkles, a diamond ring, engagement ring by the looks of it. White gold band, single stone, simple, beautiful. It comes to rest against the wheel of a crash cart. I'm in the middle of chest compressions, 30 down, 2 breaths, repeat. But I see it, and I know. Someone was supposed to propose tonight. The man on the table, mid-30s, well-dressed in slacks and a button-down shirt now cut open and soaked with blood. His hand dangles off the side of the gurney, empty. The ring must have slipped from his fingers when we moved him. Continue compressions, Dr. Hale orders. She's at the head of the bed, managing the airway. I push down on his chest, hard, fast, counting in my head, 1, 2, 3, 4. His sternum compresses under my palms. His ribs flex, but his heart doesn't beat. How long has he been down? Dr. Hale asks. 18 minutes, Carla responds. She's managing the medications, drawing up epinephrine. 18 minutes without a pulse, 18 minutes without oxygen to his brain. The odds are not good. Push another round of epi, Dr. Hale says. Carla injects the medication into his IV line. We wait. I continue compressions. And I think about the ring on the floor, about the woman who's probably waiting somewhere, at a restaurant, at home, somewhere beautiful, somewhere special, checking her watch, wondering why he's late, not knowing that he's here, dying, or already dead. The monitors scream. The room smells of sweat and antiseptic. My shoulders burn from the constant compressions, and that ring just sits there, glinting, waiting, a promise that might never be kept. St. Halstead Hospital's emergency department never sleeps, but Friday nights are particularly brutal. It's 8 p.m. when my shift starts and we're already at capacity. 3 motor vehicle accidents, 2 assaults, 1 overdose, a child with a fever, an elderly woman with chest pain, and now this. Trauma Bay 4 is reserved for the most critical cases, the ones who arrive by ambulance with sirens blaring and paramedics doing CPR, the ones who might not make it. I've been a resident here for 6 months now. 183 days of learning that medicine is equal parts science and grief. Dr. Miriam Hale, my supervising physician, is 30 years into this career. She's seen everything, survived everything, and somehow still shows up every shift with the same determination. Reyes, I need you focused, she says, not looking up from the airway. Compressions are getting shallow. She's right. My arms are tired, my shoulders burning, but I push harder, faster. The patient, we don't even know his name yet, was brought in by paramedics 12 minutes ago. Found unresponsive in his car, engine still running, door open, like he'd just pulled over and collapsed. Cardiac arrest. The paramedics started CPR immediately, got an advanced airway in place, established IV access, but he never came back. And now we're fighting for him. The Trauma Bay is organized chaos. Every person has a role. Every movement has purpose. Carla is at the medication cart, drawing up drugs with practiced efficiency. Lindsay is documenting everything. Times, medications, interventions. A respiratory therapist is managing the bag valve mask, squeezing oxygen into his lungs. And I'm doing compressions. The most basic, most critical intervention, keeping blood flowing to his brain, keeping him alive. Barely. Check rhythm, Dr. Hale orders. I stop compressions. Step back. We all look at the monitor. Flatline. Asystole. No electrical activity. No heartbeat. The most ominous rhythm. The hardest to reverse. Resumed CPR. I step back to the table. Position my hands. Push down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Behind me, I hear someone enter the bay. Dr. Hale, I found his wallet, Lindsay says, holding up a leather bifold. His name is Marcus Chen, 34 years old, address in the city. Marcus Chen. Now he has a name. Now he's not just the patient. He's a person, with a life, with people who love him, with someone waiting for him somewhere. Any emergency contacts? Dr. Hale asks. There's a card. Sarah Chen. Relationship listed as fiancée. Fiancée. My eyes drift to the ring on the floor. He was going to propose. Or maybe they were already engaged. Maybe tonight was the wedding planning dinner. Maybe it was an anniversary. It doesn't matter. What matters is that somewhere, Sarah Chen is waiting, and she has no idea. Call her, Dr. Hale says. Tell her to come to the hospital. Don't give details over the phone, just tell her it's urgent. Lindsay nods and leaves. We continue working. Another round of epinephrine, another rhythm check, another flatline. How long now? Dr. Hale asks. 23 minutes, Carla says. Dr. Hale's jaw tightens. I can see her calculating, weighing odds, considering options. 23 minutes is a long time. Brain damage becomes likely after 4 to 6 minutes without oxygen. After 10 minutes, it's almost certain. But we don't stop. Not yet. Because sometimes, rarely, but sometimes, people come back. And we have to try. For Marcus, for Sarah, for the future that ring represents. I glance at Dr. Hale. She's intubating Marcus now, sliding the endotracheal tube past his vocal cords with steady hands. Even after 30 years, her movements are precise, confident. I'm in, she announces. Tube secured. The respiratory therapist connects the bag to the tube, starts ventilating. Breath sounds equal bilaterally, Dr. Wow, Hale confirms, listening with her stethoscope. Good. At least his lungs are being oxygenated, but his heart still isn't beating, and every second that passes decreases his chances. 25 minutes. My arms are screaming. Sweat drips down my face, stinging my eyes, but I keep going. The compressions have to be perfect. 2 inches deep, at least 100 per minute, full recoil between compressions. Any less, and we're not generating enough blood flow. Dr. Hale moves to the ultrasound machine. Let's get a quick cardiac view. Reyes, pause compressions. I stop, step back. She places the ultrasound probe on Marcus's chest. We all look at the screen. His heart is visible, dilated, not contracting, just sitting there. Dilated right ventricle. Dr. Hale mutters. Possible PE, pulmonary embolism, a blood clot in the lungs. That would explain the sudden cardiac arrest. The clot blocks blood flow. The heart can't pump. Everything shuts down. Resume compressions. Let's try calcium chloride, Dr. Hale says, and another round of epi. Carla draws up the medications, pushes them through the IV. We wait. Nothing. The monitor continues its flat, lifeless tone. Sodium bicarbonate, Dr. Hale orders. Carla administers it. Still nothing. I'm starting to think we're not going to get him back. That Marcus Chen is going to die here, on this table, in Trauma Bay 4, while his fiancée waits, while his future dissolves, while that ring sits on the floor, symbol of a promise that will never be fulfilled. Dr. Hale, I say quietly between compressions. It's been 27 minutes. She knows what I'm asking. When do we stop? When do we call it? There are guidelines, protocols. After 20 minutes of ACLS without return of spontaneous circulation, resuscitation efforts can be terminated. Should be terminated, some would argue. Because what are we saving at this point? A body without a functioning brain? A person who will never wake up? She looks at Marcus, at the monitor, at the ring on the floor, and I see something in her eyes. Determination, stubbornness, hope. One more round, she says. Epi and atropine. If we don't get anything, we call it. Carla prepares the medications. I continue compressions. 1, 2, 3, 4. My technique is still good despite the fatigue. I can feel it. The depth, the rate, the recoil, the medications go in. We wait. 15 seconds, 30, 45. I stop compressions. Check the monitor. Still a systole. Still nothing. Dr. Hale takes a breath. She's about to call it. I can see it. Time of death, 21:14. But then she pauses. Shock him, she says suddenly. But he's in a systole, I say. Shocking won't. I know, but we're trying everything. Charged to 200. It's unconventional. Shocking a systole isn't standard protocol. The guidelines don't support it. But sometimes guidelines don't account for hope. I charge the defibrillator, place the paddles on his chest. Clear! Everyone steps back. I deliver the shock. Marcus's body jerks. His back arches, then settles. We look at the monitor. Nothing. Again, 360. I charge to maximum. Place the paddles. Clear. Shock. His body convulses. We watch the monitor. And then, a blip. A single QRS complex on the monitor. Did you see that? Carla says, leaning forward. Another blip, then another. A rhythm is forming. Slow, irregular. But there, ventricular escape rhythm. Not normal, but it's something. We have a pulse, I announce, checking his carotid. Weak, thready, but there. Under my fingers, I can feel it. The flutter of life returning. Keep bagging him, Dr. Hale orders. Get a blood pressure. Start a dopamine drip. We need to support that pressure. The team moves quickly, efficiently. The blood pressure cuff inflates. We wait for the reading. 80/50, Carla announces. Low, but enough. Enough to perfuse his organs. Enough to keep him alive. Start dopamine at 5 mics per kilo per minute, Dr. Hale says. Titrate to maintain systolic above 90. Carla hangs the drip, adjusts the rate. Within minutes, Marcus's blood pressure improves. 92/58. His heart rhythm stabilizes slightly. Still abnormal, but regular. He's alive, for now. Dr. Hale steps back, takes a breath, looks at the team. Good work, everyone. Let's get him to CT. I want to see what's going on in his chest and head. As the team prepares Marcus for transport, I finally allow myself to feel the exhaustion. My arms are shaking. My back aches. But we got him back. Against the odds, against the statistics, against everything I learned in medical school. We got him back. We stabilize Marcus as best we can. His heart rhythm is tenuous. His blood pressure marginal. But he's alive. Dr. Hale orders a full workup. CT scan of the head and chest. Labs, EKG, echocardiogram. We need to figure out what caused this, she says. 34-year-old men don't just go into cardiac arrest. While Marcus is in the CT scanner, I take a moment to catch my breath. Step outside, Trauma Bay 4. The hallway is quieter. The normal chaos of the ER continues, people waiting, nurses moving between rooms, overhead pages calling doctors to various locations. But here, for just a moment, it's calm. Lindsay appears beside me. You okay? Yeah, just tired. That was intense. I thought we'd lost him. So did I. She holds up a small plastic bag. Inside is the ring. I picked this up. It needs to go with his belongings. I take the bag. Look at the ring through the plastic. It's beautiful, expensive, chosen with care. Someone loves him very much, Lindsay says quietly. Yeah. Do you think he'll make it? I think about the 29 minutes. About the prolonged hypoxia. About the brain damage that's almost certainly occurred. I don't know, but at least we gave him a chance. Lindsay nods. That's all we can do. She walks away, returning to her patients. I stand there for a moment longer. Then I go find Dr. Hale. She's in the physician's work area, reviewing Marcus's initial lab results on the computer. Troponin is elevated, she says without looking up. Lactate is through the roof. pH is 7.1. He's severely acidotic. From the prolonged arrest. Yes, his organs were starved of oxygen. We'll need to watch his kidneys closely. And his liver. And his brain. The CT should tell us about the brain. It'll tell us about structural damage, bleeding, swelling, but it won't tell us about function, that we won't know until, if, he wakes up. I sit down beside her. Do you think he will? Wake up? She's quiet for a moment. Then, honestly, I don't know. 29 minutes is a long time. Even with good CPR, which you provided, there's likely damage. How much? We won't know for days. What do we tell the fiancé? The truth, that we got him back, that he's alive, but that we don't know what his neurological status will be. She closes the computer screen, looks at me. This is the hardest part of emergency medicine, Reyes. We save people, but sometimes we don't know if we saved them completely. Sometimes we bring back a body, but the person is gone, and we won't know which one this is for a while. No, we won't. 30 minutes later, a woman rushes into the emergency department. She's in her early 30s, dark hair pulled back in an elegant updo, wearing a dress, emerald green, fitted, beautiful, heels that click sharply on the tile floor, makeup carefully applied though now smudged with tears. She was dressed for something special, a special dinner, a celebration, not this. I'm looking for Marcus Chen, she says breathlessly to the registration desk. I got a call. Is he okay? What happened? The registration clerk looks uncertain. Let me get someone for you. Lindsay appears. Ms. Chen, please come with me. She brings Sarah to the consultation room. It's a small space, deliberately designed to be private and calm. Soft lighting, comfortable chairs, a box of tissues on the table. Dr. Hale and I follow. Ms. Chen? Dr. Hale says gently. Yes, Sarah. I'm Sarah Chen. Is Marcus okay? Please tell me he's okay. Her voice is trembling. Her hands are shaking. She looks like she's barely holding herself together. Dr. Hale sits down, gestures for Sarah to sit. Ms. Chen, I'm Dr. Hale. This is Dr. Reyes. We've been taking care of Marcus. What happened? The person on the phone wouldn't tell me anything. They just said to come immediately. I was at the restaurant waiting for him and... Her voice breaks. Please just tell me what's going on. Dr. Hale takes a breath. Marcus was brought in by ambulance about an hour ago. He was found unconscious in his car. He'd suffered a cardiac arrest. Sarah's face goes white. All the color drains from it. A heart attack? But he's only 34. He's healthy. He runs marathons. She stops. Wait, is he alive? He is alive. We were able to resuscitate him. But I need you to understand. He was without a pulse for nearly 30 minutes. We were able to get his heart beating again, but he's in critical condition. Sarah sinks into the chair. Her hands cover her face. 30 minutes, she whispers. Oh God. Oh God. He's currently in the CT scanner. We're running tests to determine what caused the arrest and to assess for any complications. Can I see him? Once he's out of the scanner and settled in the ICU, yes, but Ms. Chen, Sarah, I need to prepare you. He's on a ventilator. He's unconscious. He has multiple IV lines, monitors. It's going to be difficult to see. I don't care. I need to see him. I need to know he's really alive. Dr. Hale nods. I understand. We'll take you to him as soon as we can. Sarah wipes her eyes, takes a shaky breath. You said he was in his car. Where was he? What was he doing? We don't have those details. The paramedics found him on... Dr. Hale checks her notes. On Maple Street, near the intersection with 4th. Sarah's brow furrows. That's not on the way to the restaurant. That's the opposite direction. Do you know why he would have been there? No, I have no idea. She pulls out her phone, scrolls through messages. He texted me at 6:15, said he was leaving the office, that he'd see me at 7:30. She shows us the message. Simple, sweet. Leaving now. Can't wait to see you. Love you. What time did you expect him? I ask. 7:30. We had reservations at Bellini's, our favorite restaurant, for 7:45. She checks her watch. It's almost 9 now. I waited for an hour before I started calling him. His phone kept going to voicemail. Tears streamed down her face. I thought he was standing me up. I actually thought... She laughs bitterly. I was getting angry at him, thinking maybe he forgot, or that he was working late and lost track of time. I never imagined... She breaks down completely. Dr. Hale hands her tissues, waits patiently. After a few minutes, Sarah composes herself slightly. I'm sorry, this doesn't feel real. It's a lot to process, Dr. Hale says gently. Do you have someone we can call? Family? Friends? His parents. They live about an hour away. They were supposed to meet us at the restaurant for dinner. We were all... She stops, looks at Dr. Hale. Should I call them? Yes, they should know. Sarah nods, pulls out her phone with trembling hands. As she steps out of the room to make the call, I turn to Dr. Hale. Why was he on Maple Street? I ask quietly. That's residential. Nothing there that would explain why he was headed that direction. I don't know, but right now it doesn't matter. What matters is figuring out what happened and trying to save his brain. We wait for Sarah to finish her call. Through the door, I can hear her voice, strained, crying, breaking the news to Marcus's parents. When she returns, her eyes are red and swollen. They're coming. They'll be here in about 45 minutes. Good, Dr. Hale says. In the meantime, we need to ask you some questions about Marcus's medical history. Of course, anything. Has he had any recent illnesses, surgeries, injuries? No, he's been completely healthy. Any family history of heart disease? Sudden death? Not that I know of. His dad has high cholesterol, but that's controlled with medication. Is Marcus on any medications? No, just a daily multivitamin. Does he smoke? Use drugs? No, never. He's a runner, very health conscious. Alcohol? Occasionally, a beer or glass of wine, nothing excessive. Dr. Hale makes notes. Has he traveled recently? Sarah thinks. He went to Chicago for work. About 10 days ago. Business conference. He was gone for 3 days. Did he fly? Yes, why? Just gathering information. What about his activity level? You said he runs? Yes, he runs 5 days a week, usually 5 to 6 miles. He was training for a half marathon next month. None of this fits. A healthy, active 34-year-old doesn't just go into cardiac arrest unless there's something we're missing. Dr. Hale continues. Any recent complaints? Leg pain, swelling, shortness of breath? Sarah pauses. Actually, now that you mention it, he did say his left leg was sore a few days ago. He thought he'd pulled a muscle running. Dr. Hale and I exchange glances. Did he notice any swelling? Dr. Hale asks. I don't think so. He just said it was tight, achy. He took some ibuprofen and kept running on it. That could be it. deep vein thrombosis, a clot forming in his leg, breaking off, traveling to his lungs. Thank you, Dr. Hale says. That's very helpful information. The CT results come back an hour later. Dr. Hale calls me to the computer, pulls up the images. Look at this, she says, pointing to the chest CT. I lean in, and I see it immediately. Massive pulmonary embolism. The pulmonary arteries, the vessels that carry blood from the heart to the lungs, are filled with clot. Dense, extensive, bilateral. It's one of the largest PEs I've ever seen. Jesus, I breathe. Yeah, Dr. Hale points to different areas. Clot in the main pulmonary artery, both right and left branches, extending into the segmental arteries. This is what caused the arrest. Where did it come from? Probably his legs. She pulls up the venous phase images. See here? Deep vein thrombosis in the left popliteal vein, extending up into the femoral vein, a blood clot in his leg. It broke off, traveled through his veins to his heart, and then lodged in his lungs, cutting off blood flow, causing his heart to fail. The leg pain Sarah mentioned, I say. That was the DVT. Exactly. And he kept running on it, which probably dislodged the clot. But he's young, healthy. What would cause a DVT? Dr. Hale thinks. The flight to Chicago. Long flights are a risk factor. Prolonged immobility, dehydration. It's possible. But he runs regularly. That should reduce the risk. It should. But there could be other factors. Genetic predisposition, clotting disorders. We'll need to test for those. She pulls up the head CT. No bleeding, no structural damage, some early signs of hypoxic injury, but nothing catastrophic yet. That's good. It's better than I expected. But we won't know the full extent of brain damage until he wakes up. If he wakes up, Dr. Hale closes the imaging, turns to me. We need to start anticoagulation immediately. And I want to give TPA, tissue plasminogen activator, a powerful clot-busting drug. That's aggressive, I say. The bleeding risk. I know, but look at that clot burden. If we don't break it up, he's going to arrest again. His heart can't pump against that obstruction. What about his brain? After 29 minutes of hypoxia, his blood-brain barrier is compromised. TPA could cause intracranial hemorrhage. It could, but without it, he's going to die. I'll take the risk of bleeding over certain death. She's right. As risky as it is, it's his best chance. I'll talk to Sarah, Dr. Hale says. Explain the situation. Get consent. We find Sarah in the ICU waiting room. Marcus has been moved there, settled into a bed, connected to every monitor and machine imaginable. She stands when she sees us. How is he? We have the CT results, Dr. Hale says. Marcus had a massive pulmonary embolism, a blood clot in his lungs. That's what caused his heart to stop. A blood clot? How? Where did it come from? Most likely from his leg. He has a deep vein thrombosis, a clot in the veins of his leg. Part of it broke off and traveled to his lungs. But how? He's so healthy. He runs all the time. We think it may be related to his recent flight. Long flights can increase the risk of blood clots, but we're also going to test for genetic clotting disorders. Sometimes people have conditions that make their blood more likely to clot. Sarah sits down heavily. So what happens now? We need to start treatment immediately. We're going to put him on blood thinners to prevent new clots. But more importantly, I want to give him a medication called TPA. It's a clot-busting drug that can help dissolve the existing clot. That sounds good. That will help him, right? Dr. Hale hesitates. It should, but I need you to understand the risks. TPA can cause bleeding, serious bleeding, including in the brain. Given that Marcus was without oxygen for so long, his risk of bleeding is higher than normal. But without it, what happens? Without it, the clot stays in place. His heart has to work against that obstruction. He could arrest again, and next time, we might not be able to get him back. Sarah closes her eyes, takes a shaky breath. So it's the medication with the risk of bleeding or almost certain death. Yes, that's a fair assessment. Then do it. Give him the medication. I need you to sign consent forms, acknowledging that you understand the risks. I'll sign whatever you need. Just please, save him. Dr. Hale pulls out the forms, explains each risk in detail. Bleeding in the brain, bleeding in the gut, bleeding that could be fatal. Sarah signs without hesitation. Can I see him first? Sarah asks. Before you start the medication? Of course. Follow me. We take her to Marcus's room. He's in ICU bed 7, a corner room with a window overlooking the parking lot. He looks peaceful. If you didn't know better, you'd think he was just sleeping. But the ventilator breathing for him tells a different story. The multiple IV pumps, the arterial line, the catheter, the monitors displaying every vital sign. Sarah approaches slowly, tentatively, like she's afraid she'll break him. "Oh, Marcus," she whispers. She takes his hand, strokes his hair, leans down and kisses his forehead. "I'm here, baby. I'm right here. You're going to be okay. You have to be okay." She's crying, quiet, devastating tears. "I need you. We have so much left to do, so much we planned. Please don't leave me." I step out of the room, give her privacy. In the hallway, Dr. Hale is ordering the TPA. 50 milligrams over 2 hours, she tells the pharmacist on the phone. "And I want a heparin drip running concurrently. Target PTT 50 to 70. She hangs up, looks at me. "This is going to be a long night. Do you think it'll work?" "I hope so, because if it doesn't, we're out of options." Sarah doesn't leave Marcus's side for the next 3 days. She sleeps in the chair beside his bed, eats vending machine food that nurses bring her, showers in the family lounge bathroom, and talks to him constantly, telling him about her day, about what's happening at work, about the wedding plans that are now on hold. "The florist called," she says on day 2. "She wanted to confirm the flowers, peonies and garden roses, white and blush pink, just like we talked about." Marcus doesn't respond. He's still unconscious, still on the ventilator, but Sarah talks anyway. I told her we might need to postpone. She was very understanding, said she'd hold our date for as long as we need. She squeezes his hand. "But I'm hoping we won't have to postpone. I'm hoping you'll wake up soon and we can get married in June like we planned." Marcus's parents arrived that first night. Robert and Linda Chen. They're in their 60s, devastated, holding on to each other for support. "How is he?" Robert asks. "The same," Sarah says. "No change." Linda approaches the bed, looks at her son, starts crying. My baby boy." Robert holds her. They stand there together, watching their son fight for his life. Over the next few days, more family arrives. Marcus's sister, Melissa, flies in from Seattle. Sarah's parents drive up from Virginia. Friends from work, from running club, from college. The waiting room fills with people who love Marcus, who are praying for him, who can't imagine a world without him. I check on him during my rounds, monitor his progress, review his labs. The TPA is working. Follow-up CT shows the clot is dissolving. His heart function is improving. The right ventricle is no longer dilated, but he's still not waking up. On day 3, the medical team decides to reduce the sedation, see if he'll wake on his own. It's a test, a critical one. If he wakes up, it means his brain survived. If he doesn't, it means the damage was too severe. We gather in his room. Dr. Hale, the ICU attending, Dr. Patel, the nurse, Sarah, Marcus's parents. The sedation is turned off, and we wait. It takes hours. The medications need to clear his system. Sarah never leaves his side. She holds his hand, talks to him. "Marcus, if you can hear me, I need you to wake up. I need you to come back to me, please. We have so much left to do, so many plans. I can't do it without you." 2 hours pass, 3, 4, and then his eyes flutter. "Did you see that?" Sarah gasps. His eyes moved. We all lean forward, watching. His fingers twitch. His eyelids move again. "Marcus?" Sarah leans over the bed. "Can you hear me? It's Sarah. I'm here." Slowly, achingly slowly, Marcus's eyes open, confused, disoriented, squinting against the light. The endotracheal tube in his throat makes him gag. He tries to reach for it. No, the nurse says gently, restraining his hand. "Don't pull on that. We're going to take it out soon. Just relax." Marcus's eyes search the room. Find Sarah. Recognition flickers. His eyes fill with tears. "You're awake," Sarah sobs. "Oh God, you're awake." Linda is crying. Robert has his arm around her. Melissa is filming on her phone, tears streaming down her face. Dr. Hale steps forward. "Marcus, I'm Dr. Hale. You're in the hospital. You've been very sick. We're going to remove the breathing tube now, okay?" Marcus tries to nod. The respiratory therapist prepares for extubation. "Marcus, I need you to take a deep breath and cough when I say so, okay?" Marcus nods again. "Okay, deep breath, cough." The tube is removed. Marcus coughs violently, gasps, coughs again. His voice is hoarse, raspy. "Sarah? I'm here. I'm right here. What happened? You had a blood clot in your lungs. Your heart stopped. But the doctor saved you." Marcus looks around. At the ICU. At the monitors. At all the people watching him. "How long?" 3 days. You've been unconscious for 3 days. He closes his eyes. I don't remember. I was driving. I was going to dinner with my parents. And then you collapsed. Someone found you and called 911. Marcus's hand goes to his chest. It hurt. I remember it hurt to breathe. And then everything went dark. That was the blood clot. But it's gone now. They gave you medicine to dissolve it. Dr. Hale steps in. Marcus, I need to do a quick neurological exam. Can you tell me your full name? Marcus Chen. Good. Do you know what year it is? 24? Close, it's 25. Do you know where you are? Hospital. That's right. Can you squeeze my hands? She holds out her hands. Marcus grips them. Both hands. Good strength. Good. Can you wiggle your toes? His feet move under the blanket. Excellent. Marcus, I'm going to shine a light in your eyes. It might be uncomfortable. She checks his pupils. Equal and reactive. Everything looks good. How do you feel? Tired, sore, confused. That's all normal. You've been through a lot. But the important thing is you're awake. You're here. And your brain seems to be working well. She turns to Sarah, to the family. This is very good news. He's responsive. Following commands, no obvious deficits. We'll do more testing, but this is an excellent sign. Everyone is crying, hugging, celebrating. Marcus is going to make it. Against all odds, he survived. Sarah leans down, kisses Marcus gently. I love you so much. I love you too, Marcus whispers. I'm sorry I scared you. Don't be sorry, just don't ever do it again. He manages a weak smile. Deal. Over the next few days, Marcus improves steadily. He's weaned off the ventilator completely, started on oral medications, moved from the ICU to a regular floor. The testing reveals the cause, Factor V Leiden mutation, a genetic clotting disorder that makes blood more prone to clotting. You've probably had this your whole life, Dr. Hale explains, but it only became a problem when combined with other risk factors. The long flight, dehydration, prolonged sitting, and then continuing to run on a leg with an active DVT. Will it happen again? Marcus asks. Not if we manage it properly. You'll need to stay on blood thinners indefinitely, avoid prolonged immobility, stay hydrated on flights, wear compression socks. But I can still run? Yes. In fact, staying active will help prevent future clots. But listen to your body. If you have leg pain, swelling, shortness of breath, come to the ER immediately. Don't ignore symptoms. Marcus nods, absorbing the information. Sarah is sitting beside him, as she has been for days. She hasn't left his side except to shower. We'll figure it out, she says, together. Marcus looks at her. I'm sorry I ruined our dinner. I know you were looking forward to it. Don't apologize. I'm just glad you're alive. Did my parents ever show up to the restaurant? They went there first when you didn't answer your phone. The hostess told them you'd never arrived. That's when we all started calling each other, trying to figure out where you were. Marcus is quiet for a moment. Then, I was taking a detour. What? Before dinner. I was nervous about seeing my parents, about talking to them about things. So I drove to our spot first. Sarah's brow furrows. Our spot? The park, where I proposed. I wanted to, I don't know, remember that moment, get my courage up. He looks embarrassed. It was stupid. If I'd just gone straight to the restaurant, I would have arrested there, in front of everyone, including you. Actually, Sarah says slowly, if you'd arrested at the restaurant, you'd probably be dead. It took the paramedics 12 minutes to get to you. At the restaurant, in a crowded room with chaos and panic, it would have been longer. The delay might have killed you. Marcus considers this. So my detour saved my life. Maybe. Or maybe it was just timing, luck, fate. I don't know. Either way, I'm here. Either way, you're here. They hold hands. Sarah rests her head on his shoulder. And I realize that sometimes the smallest decisions, the ones that seem inconsequential in the moment, end up mattering the most. If Marcus had gone straight to dinner, he'd be dead. If the paramedics had been delayed even a few more minutes, he'd be dead. If we'd stopped CPR at 20 minutes instead of pushing to 29, he'd be dead. Life and death separated by seconds, by choices, by chance. On day 5, Marcus asks about the ring. We're doing morning rounds. Dr. Hale is reviewing his discharge plan when Marcus interrupts. Dr. Hale, can I ask you something? Of course. When I came in, did I have anything in my pockets? A ring? Dr. Hale looks at me. I nod. Yes, she says. We found a ring. It's with your belongings and the patient valuables safe. Can I have it back? Of course. I'll have the nurse retrieve it. After Dr. Hale leaves, Marcus turns to Sarah. There's something I need to tell you. She looks concerned. What is it? The ring. It's a wedding band. For me. Sarah looks confused. I don't understand. We already picked out wedding bands. Together. Remember? I know. But I wanted something else. Something that represented what I was about to tell my parents at dinner. What were you going to tell them? Marcus takes a deep breath. That I want to adopt. Adopt? A child. I want us to adopt a child. I know we've talked about having kids someday, but I've been thinking, there are so many children who need homes, who need families, and I want to give that to someone. Sarah is speechless. I bought a second ring because I wanted it to symbolize our family growing. I wanted to wear both rings, the wedding band from you, and this one representing our future child. He looks nervous, vulnerable. I was going to ask you at dinner, in front of my parents, because I wanted them to know how serious I am about this, how committed I am to this idea. But then you almost died. Yeah, Sarah is crying, but she's smiling too. You want to adopt a child. I do. I know it's a big decision. I know we should have talked about it more first, but I've been researching, reading about the adoption process, looking at agencies, and I feel like this is what we're supposed to do. Sarah wipes her eyes. I think that's beautiful. Really? Really. I've actually been thinking about adoption too. I just didn't know how to bring it up. Marcus laughs, relief washing over his face. We're ridiculous, both thinking about it, neither of us saying anything. We really need to work on our communication. We do. They're both laughing now, crying and laughing. So you're okay with it? Marcus asks. With adopting? I'm more than okay with it. I love it. I love you. I love you too. The nurse comes in with the ring, hands it to Marcus. It's not an engagement ring, I realize now. It's a simple gold band, engraved on the inside with words too small for me to read from where I'm standing. Marcus slips it onto his right hand, next to his watch. What does it say? Sarah asks, pointing to the engraving. Marcus shows her. For our child, whoever you are, wherever you are, we're waiting for you. Sarah's eyes fill with fresh tears. That's perfect. I ordered it custom. I wanted something meaningful. It is. It's beautiful. She kisses him. We're going to be parents. We're going to be parents. And I realize I was wrong about what that ring represented. It wasn't about a proposal, or an anniversary, or a romantic gesture. It was about family, about the future, about love expanding to include someone who doesn't even exist in their lives yet. Somehow that makes it even more beautiful. On day 7, Marcus is discharged. He's weak, tired, but alive. And more than that, he's whole. His brain function is intact, no deficits, no lasting damage from the 29 minutes without oxygen. It's a miracle. There's no other word for it. Dr. Hale reviews his discharge instructions. Blood thinners, Eliquis, twice daily. Follow-up appointments with cardiology and hematology in 1 week. Signs to watch for: chest pain, shortness of breath, leg swelling. When to call 911. Any questions? She asks. Just one, Marcus says. When can I run again? Dr. Hale smiles. Let's start with walking. Short distances. Work your way up gradually. But yes, eventually you can run again. Just listen to your body. And Marcus? Yes? Wear compression socks on flights. Drink plenty of water. Take breaks on long drives. Get up and move every hour. Your body gave you a warning. Don't ignore it next time. I won't, I promise. Sarah helps him into a wheelchair. Hospital policy. All discharged patients must be wheeled out. As they're leaving, Marcus stops. Looks back at me. Dr. Reyes, thank you for not giving up on me. You're welcome. Sarah told me I was down for almost 30 minutes, that you did CPR the whole time. It was a team effort. Still, thank you. He extends his hand. I shake it. His grip is strong, alive, warm. Take care of yourself, I say. I will. And Dr. Reyes, if we have a child, we're naming them after you. I laugh. You don't have to do that. I want to. Noah, or Nora if it's a girl. Sarah smiles. I like that. We'll see, I say. Just focus on getting better first. I will. They leave, and I watch them go. Marcus in the wheelchair, Sarah pushing him, both of them smiling, alive, together, planning a future that almost didn't happen. 3 months pass. Marcus makes a full recovery. He's back to running, slowly at first, then building up his endurance. He completes a 5K, then a 10K. His heart is strong, his lungs clear. The blood thinners are working, and he and Sarah begin the adoption process. It's complicated. Mountains of paperwork, home studies, background checks, financial reviews, but they're determined. I hear about their progress through occasional emails from Sarah. Updates on Marcus's health, stories about the adoption journey. One email particularly stands out. Dear Dr. Reyes, I wanted to update you on our adoption journey. We've been matched with a little boy. His name is Mateo. He's 3 years old and he's from Guatemala. He's been in foster care for 2 years. His birth mother couldn't care for him, poverty, lack of resources, but she loved him enough to make an adoption plan. We've seen his picture. He has the biggest brown eyes, the sweetest smile, and we already love him. The process will take several more months. We have to travel to Guatemala, meet him, spend time with him there, then bring him home. Marcus is nervous, excited, terrified, all at once, but he keeps looking at the ring, the one he bought before he collapsed, and he says it reminds him that this is meant to be, that Mateo is already part of our family. We just haven't met him yet. Thank you for making this possible, for saving Marcus, for giving us this chance. With gratitude, Sarah, I stare at the email, at the photo she attached, a little boy with bright eyes and a cautious smile, and I think about the ring, about how it fell from Marcus's hand while we fought to save his life, about how it represented this moment, this child, this family. 4 months after Marcus's discharge, I receive an invitation in the mail. It's for a wedding, Marcus Chen and Sarah Chen. October 15th, garden ceremony followed by reception. And at the bottom, handwritten in elegant script, thank you for saving his life. We hope you can come celebrate with us. Sarah I RSVP. Yes. The wedding is on a Saturday afternoon. The venue is beautiful, a botanical garden with flowers everywhere, string lights hanging from trees, white chairs arranged in rows facing an arch covered in roses and peonies. I take a seat near the back. The ceremony begins. Music plays. A string quartet performing something classical and beautiful. The guests stand. Sarah walks down the aisle. She's stunning in a simple white dress with lace sleeves. Her father walks beside her, beaming with pride and crying simultaneously. Marcus waits at the altar. He's wearing a dark charcoal suit. His hair is neatly styled. He looks healthy, strong, and on his right hand I can see the gold band, the ring that fell from his hand in Trauma Bay 4, the ring that represents family, future, hope. Sarah reaches the altar. Her father kisses her cheek, whispers something that makes her smile. Then he places her hand in Marcus's. The officiant begins, an older man with white hair and a kind face. We are gathered here today to celebrate the union of Marcus and Sarah, a love that has endured trials, that has survived the impossible, that has emerged stronger than ever. I think about that night, about the ring rolling across the floor, about Sarah waiting at dinner while we fought for Marcus's life, about how close they came to losing everything. The officiant continues. Life is fragile. We know this more than most. Marcus and Sarah know this intimately. They have faced death, and they have chosen life. They have chosen love. They have chosen each other. And that choice, made in the face of mortality, is the most powerful commitment two people can make. He pauses, looks at the couple. Marcus and Sarah have asked to say their own vows. Marcus goes first. He takes a folded piece of paper from his pocket, but then he puts it away. I had a speech prepared, he says, something eloquent and profound, but standing here, looking at you, all of that seems unnecessary. His voice shakes. Sarah, 4 months ago, I almost lost everything. I almost lost you. And in that moment, or in the moments I can't remember, I learned something important. Life is fragile. Love is precious. And every moment we have together is a gift. Tears stream down his face. I promise to never take you for granted, to communicate, to be present, to choose you every single day for the rest of my life, however long that may be. He takes a breath. And I promise to be the father that Mateo deserves, to love him as my own, to build a family with you that is grounded in love, patience, and gratitude for every single day we have together. Sarah is crying. Everyone is crying. She doesn't have notes. She speaks from her heart. Marcus, when I got the call that night, when they told me to come to the hospital, I thought I'd lost you. I thought I'd never get to marry you, never get to build a life with you, never get to grow old together. Her voice breaks. But we got a second chance, a miracle, and I'm not going to waste it. She wipes her eyes. I promise to love you fiercely, to support your dreams, to hold your hand through the hard times, to celebrate the good times, to be your partner in everything. She squeezes his hands, including the adventure we're about to start, with Mateo, with our family, with our future. The officiant asks for the rings. The best man, Marcus's college roommate, hands them over, 2 matching gold bands. These rings represent an unbroken circle, the officiant says, a commitment that has no end, a love that continues, even in the face of death. Marcus slips a ring onto Sarah's finger. His hands are shaking, but his voice is steady. With this ring, I thee wed. Sarah slips a ring onto Marcus's left hand, next to the one he's already wearing. With this ring, I thee wed. The officiant smiles. By the power vested in me by the state and by the love you share, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Marcus, you may kiss your bride. They kiss. The crowd erupts in applause and cheers, and Marcus and Sarah walk back down the aisle together. Married, alive, happy. The sun breaks through the clouds at that exact moment, flooding the garden with golden light. Perfect timing. At the reception, I find myself at a table with some of Marcus's running friends. They're talking about training, races, goals. Marcus is planning to run a 10K in December, one of them says. Crazy, right? 4 months ago, he was clinically dead. Now he's training for a race. He's determined, another adds. Said he wants to prove to himself that he can do it, that he's really back. He is back, a third friend says. Maybe even better than before. He appreciates things more now, doesn't take anything for granted. I smile. That sounds like Marcus. Later, Sarah finds me near the dessert table. Dr. Reyes, I'm so glad you came. I wouldn't have missed it. Congratulations. Thank you for everything, for being here, for saving Marcus, for giving us this day. I'm just glad I could help. We have something for you. She gestures to Marcus, who's talking to his parents across the room. He excuses himself, comes over with a huge smile. Dr. Reyes, thanks for coming, and for wearing that tie. Very festive. I laugh. I'd picked a burgundy tie to match the wedding colors. Hey, we wanted to show you something, Marcus says. He pulls out his phone, shows me a photo. It's of a little boy, maybe 3 years old, big brown eyes, huge smile, wearing a red shirt. This is Mateo, Marcus says. We're adopting him. The paperwork is almost finalized. That's wonderful. He's from Guatemala. He's been in foster care for 2 years, and in about 6 weeks we're flying down to bring him home. Sarah is beaming. We've been doing video calls with him. He's learning English. He calls us Mama Sarah and Papa Marcus. It's the sweetest thing. We wanted you to know, Marcus says, because none of this would be happening if you hadn't saved my life that night. Mateo would still be waiting for a family. We wouldn't be here. This whole future, our wedding, our family, everything. It only exists because you didn't give up. I look at the photo, at this little boy who's about to get a family, who's about to be loved, and I think about the ring, about how it fell from Marcus's hand while we fought to save him, about how it represented this moment, this future, this family. He's lucky to have you, I say. We're the lucky ones, Sarah replies. Marcus puts his arm around her. They look at the photo together, at their son, their future. His full name will be Mateo Noah Chen, Marcus says. After you. I'm speechless. We wanted to honor you, Sarah adds, to make sure Mateo knows the story, that there was a doctor who fought for his papa, who gave us our family. I don't know what to say. Say you'll come meet him when we bring him home, Marcus says. I'd love that. We talk for a while longer, about Mateo, about the adoption process, about their plans. Then they're pulled away by other guests. More congratulations, more photos. I watch them move through the reception, so happy, so alive, so full of hope, and I feel privileged to have played a small part in making it possible. 6 months after the wedding, I'm working the night shift when I receive an email. It's from Sarah. The subject line reads, "Thank you doesn't seem like enough." I open it. Dear Dr. Reyes, I wanted to update you on how we're doing. Marcus is doing wonderfully. His health is excellent. He completed his 10K race last month, finished in 54 minutes. He was so proud. He's already talking about doing a half marathon in the spring. He's on blood thinners for life, but otherwise he's completely back to normal. Running, working, living fully. But the real news is Mateo. We brought him home 3 weeks ago. The trip to Guatemala was incredible. Meeting him in person, seeing his smile, hearing his laugh, it was everything we dreamed of and more. He's adjusting beautifully. He's enrolled in preschool. He's learning English so fast it amazes us. He loves dinosaurs and trucks and mac and cheese. He follows Marcus around the house like a shadow. He calls me Mama, and it makes me cry every single time. Last week, he had his first nightmare. He woke up crying, calling for us. Marcus went in and held him until he fell back asleep. Later, Marcus told me that was the moment it felt real, that Mateo is really his son, that we're really a family. Marcus and I were talking last night after we put Mateo to bed about how different our lives would be if you hadn't saved Marcus that night. We wouldn't have gotten married. We wouldn't have Mateo. This beautiful, perfect little boy wouldn't have a family. He'd still be in foster care, waiting. So thank you. Thank you for fighting for Marcus. Thank you for not giving up. Thank you for giving us this life, this family, this future. We will never forget what you did. With eternal gratitude, Sarah, Marcus, and Mateo. Attached to the email are several photos. The three of them, Marcus, Sarah, and Mateo, sitting on a couch, playing in a park, reading books before bed, a family. In one photo, Mateo is wearing a t-shirt that says, "World's Best Son." In another, Marcus is holding Mateo on his shoulders, both of them laughing. And on Marcus's hands, visible in every photo, are two rings, the wedding band from Sarah, and the gold band representing family, the ring that fell from his hand in Trauma Bay 4, the ring that rolled across the floor while we fought to save his life, the ring that said, "For our child, whoever you are, wherever you are, we're waiting for you." Mateo was waiting in Guatemala, and now he's home. I stare at the photos for a long time, and I think about that night, about Sarah waiting at dinner while Marcus lay dying, about the 29 minutes of CPR, the medications, the shocks, the decision to keep trying when everything said to stop, about the ring, the symbol of a family that didn't exist yet, a promise to a child they hadn't met. And I think about Mateo, this little boy who now has parents who love him, who has a home, who has a future, all because we didn't stop, all because we kept fighting, all because we believed that every life is worth saving. Sarah waited for Marcus at dinner that night. While I watched the ring fall from his hand in Trauma Bay 4, she waited, not knowing if she'd ever see him again, but she did. And now they're a family of 3. And somewhere a little boy who needed a home has found one, all because of a ring, a promise, a fight, and a refusal to give up. That's why I do this. That's why I became a doctor, not just to save lives, but to save futures, to save families, to save all the beautiful moments that come after, the weddings, the adoptions, the laughter, the love, the bedtime stories, the scraped knees, the first days of school, the holidays, the ordinary, extraordinary moments that make up a life. Marcus's heart stopped for 29 minutes, but it's been beating strong ever since. And with every beat, it pumps life not just through his body, but through his family, through Sarah, through Mateo, through all the people whose lives they'll touch, through all the moments they'll share, through all the love they'll give. That's the ripple effect of emergency medicine. That's the miracle we get to witness. We save one person, and in doing so, we save countless others. We save their spouse, their children, their parents, their friends. We save memories that haven't been made yet. We save conversations that haven't happened. We save love that hasn't been expressed. We save futures that haven't unfolded. And that's why no matter how hard it gets, no matter how tired I am, no matter how many times I fail, I'll never stop fighting, never stop trying, never stop believing that the next patient might be the next miracle. Because sometimes they are. Sometimes the ring falls from their hand. And sometimes we get to help them pick it back up and put it where it belongs, on a finger, symbolizing love, symbolizing family, symbolizing hope, symbolizing all the beautiful tomorrows that almost didn't happen, but did because we didn't give up.